Listen to the terms of sale, very important. First of all, I'd like to welcome all of those who are online on bidspotter.com and the people who are nice enough to attend this sale. Terms of sale, all items will be sold where is, as is, subject to your own inspection, subject to your own removal. No warranty, no guarantee, just like every other auction in the universe. Keep in mind that if you're a commercial rigger, you need to file insurance with us to remove the big lines that are in here. If you buy something small that you can move out yourself, that's fine, but if you're going to do rigging, burning, bringing big machines in here, we do need an insurance policy with the name of the lender, which we'll give you, and our company as loss payee. Okay, so we are going to require that you do have insurance if you're going to remove the bigger equipment that requires burning and heavy rigging. Now,
we have on-site fire rigging. What's the internet?
On-site is Fire Rigging, and I'll give you their phone number for those who are on the internet. Cell number is 570-279-1331. They're extremely good. They've moved out several plants for us. You have to make your own deal with them to remove the equipment, but they're insured, bonded, and they are very, very fair prices, and they do tremendous job in heavy commercial rigging. So that's a good option, and they are here today from Pennsylvania. All bills will be paid today or tomorrow, okay? Cash, certified funds, bank letter of guarantee. For the local people here, if you have your check with proper ID, we'll accept that for payment. Very important, there still is and remains frozen food in the big freezer. It will take probably 2 weeks before that freezer is deactivated, the food is removed. So nothing that has to do with the ammonia lines or compressors or things tied to that can be touched for about 2 weeks. A lot of this other equipment can be removed, all the small stuff, some of the bigger stuff, as long as we can section it off, we'll allow that, but it has to be pumped down. We have people to pump it down, but it's going to take us about 2 weeks to get that ammonia handled in here and the frozen food out. So if you're buying compressors or ammonia-related components, they will remain here for about 2 weeks, okay? Nothing we can do about that. There are small items here. Not all of the items are on BidSpotter, and that's because logistically we are 13 or 14 hours away from this location, so we want the small stuff out of here quickly, and that would not happen, so we didn't offer them on BidSpotter. All of the major components of the plant, the first 65 or 68 lots, will be on BidSpotter. There are some changes. There was a freezer, a 100-foot by 100-foot freezer listed originally for sale. The lender has excluded that from the sale because they feel it will hurt the property. So if you're online on BidSpotter, we are not going to sell that 100-foot by 100-foot freezer, okay? Everything else will go. No reserves, no holdbacks. Everything will go to the highest bidders. Now the sales tax in Maine is 5%. If you're online and shipped by common carrier outside of Maine, there's no sales tax. If you're inside of Maine, it's 5%. If you give us a bill of lading, you're going to ship it outside of Maine by common carrier, we can forego the sales tax. If it's going to go to Canada, we can forego the sales tax, but you have to give us the bill of ladings. Everything else is subject to the 5% tax, just like you'd buy it from a dealer, okay? So if you're going to ship it outside of Maine by common carrier, no tax, okay? No questions on that? No questions. All right. Removal. We'd like all the small items removed here. We're going to be here right through Sunday. So anything small that you can get out of here, we'd like it out of here as quickly as possible. And that's why the small items are not online, okay? We're going to hold back a tow motor for a week or two to help with these carry boxes and stuff like that to get them out of the plant onto a truck. So if you buy a tow motor, we're going to keep it here for a couple of weeks. Only our people will use it. We're going to also hold one pallet jack, okay? This is just to make it easier on the guys who are here who want to load boxes and things like that. Other things, okay, we covered the refrigeration. After this Saturday, if you're going to remove large items with a rigger, you're going to call our office, 716-838-1414. 8484. It will be on the copy of your bill. We will make arrangements by appointment to have your movers come in, disassemble, and move the heavy equipment, okay? If there's something that's not connected to refrigeration, you can remove it tomorrow. Okay? It's very, very simple. Any questions? There's a lot of scrap here. There's a lot of salvage in some of these buildings. There's some out back that we might or might not sell. There are totes over here in the corner, plastic totes with other people's names on them. I don't think we're going to sell those because we don't want the responsibility. There's a number of them in this hallway that we're not going to sell, even though if they're listed, we're not still going to sell them. But there are thousands and thousands of totes that we are going to sell. So if they have your name on them, you're free to take them. Fair enough?
With ID.
With ID. If your company owns those totes and they say property of ABC company, you bring something on your letterhead or ID, we're going to give those to you. Okay? We don't want to sell something that we shouldn't. Okay? Is there any questions? Keep in mind, the big sister company to this is called Niagara Foods, and that's in Middleport, New York. 10 times this size, all great equipment. We're going to be selling that on July 31st in Middleport, New York.
You can see it on BidSpotter.
You can go to BidSpotter, and you can look at the pictures. You can go to our website. It will also send you to BidSpotter. Okay? You don't have to be there if you can bid right from here from pictures from your own home. Okay?
Near the Buffalo area.
It's in the Buffalo area. Any other questions? If there are no questions, we're going to begin the sale. And keep in mind, online, we did make some additions of some equipment that was reported as leased, but now we're going to sell it with the concurrence of the bank. Again, no holdbacks, no reserves. Everything goes to the highest bidder. We're going to start with lot number 1, which is up in the next area, if you just follow us, and we'll be bidding away here. Okay, you got it all? Great. Follow us, guys, upstairs.